What's going on with Trump and Arlington Cemetery? As far as I can tell, there has been some sort of incident at Arlington Cemetery that includes Trump and his campaign. According to this CNN article, I understand they took some pictures and ignored an employee trying to tell them the rules. Why is this such a big deal? What happened and why are people upset? Answer: there are regulations about using specific portions of Arlington Cemetery for political purposes under federal law. It's a unique cemetery that's almost more of a national monument and the primary ceremonial burial site for the entire U.S. military over the course of generations dating back to our Civil War. Trump made arrangements with 3 families to visit their graves. These soldiers were killed during the withdrawal of troops from Afghanistan that happened during Biden's presidency. However, there is debate regarding which presidents shoulder the blame for these deaths. Regardless of this permission from the families, it was still an illegal act according to regulations based on federal law which forbids partisan, political, or fundraising use of memorials. In addition, the family of one of the soldiers whose grave appears was never asked for permission. More recent reports say that Trump was denied entry from officials, but it was only after Speaker of the House Mike Johnson, this is the one who would have any porno history sent to his son, intervened that reluctant permission was granted for the visit but not for photographs in the prohibited section. This is because photographs are explicitly prohibited in Section 60 of the cemetery, which are graves of soldiers whom have recently been killed in battle. There is a developing story that perhaps the entire event was a scheme to portray Harris and/or Biden as a no-show to this memorial service, that they made up and never invited them to, for the express purpose of a partisan political act. Sourcing on this is limited at this time, but I'll update with reporting when if it becomes available. The messaging from right-wing accounts at the time of the event, however, was suspiciously consistent. An employee of the cemetery tried to enforce this law when Trump arrived with a full camera crew. Both sides acknowledge some type of verbal altercation took place, and the cemetery and U.S. Army have confirmed an employee was pushed. However, that employee will not be pressing charges fearing harassment from Trump supporters. Trump's campaign said this was all the result of an employee having a mental health crisis. At least one member of Trump's current team has been accused of sexual assault and battery of a journalist in the past. Trump campaign then took videos and photos that were immediately used on social media as a campaign ad. J.D. Vance later said it wasn't for an ad, there just happened to be cameras there. He said PPL were acting like Donald Trump filmed a commercial at a gravesite hours after his footage from the gravesite was used in a commercial. The images themselves are also pretty tone-deaf, with Trump smiling and giving a thumbs up at a national monument to the deaths of American soldiers. This is in addition to many examples of Trump using troops as a political tool but saying disrespectful things about them. NPR first reported this story, and for some reason X flagged the article as if it were a computer virus. This basically never happens and is highly suspicious. It was later fixed. The following is my own opinion on the future of this controversy. At the end of the day, I don't think it hurts Trump. His supporters will cheer for him telling it like it is and fighting for freedom, and those disgusted by it were already disgusted by him. We've had dozens of these moments when there is outrage at Trump's actions, yet it never seems to affect his polling long-term. My personal view is that this was a deliberate controversy for the Trump team to dominate a news cycle that he's been increasingly irrelevant in. All publicity is good publicity, and pushing away a woman out of their way is exactly the kind of thing Trump's base loves about him. I'm not linking to these BC, I don't want them to have the traffic. It's easy to find them on your own or to read that no comments below have disputed this if you too would like to derive them of any clicks.